Did you know Nintendo, the gaming giant, first started out as a playing card company way back in 1889? Yes, you heard that right. The company we now associate with iconic characters like Mario and Link and revolutionary consoles like the Switch got its start in a very different arena, the world of playing cards. In the late 19th century, Fusajiro Yamauchi, the founder of Nintendo, began producing handmade playing cards for a game called Hanafuda, a popular pastime in Japan. These weren't your average deck of cards, mind you. Each one was a mini work of art, meticulously crafted and beautifully illustrated. But as the decades rolled on, Nintendo's leadership recognized the need to innovate and diversify. The mid-20th century saw the company venture into a wide array of businesses you might find surprising. Did you know, for instance, that Nintendo once ran a taxi company? And that's not all. They even operated a love hotel chain, dipped their toes into the television industry with a TV network, and dabbled in food production with a company selling instant rice. Talk about having a finger in every pie. And while some of these ventures were more successful than others, each one represented a bold attempt to explore new frontiers and seize fresh opportunities. This spirit of innovation, this willingness to take risks and think outside the box, is embedded in Nintendo's DNA. And it's this very same spirit that would eventually lead the company to the world of video games, shaping the future of entertainment in ways Fusajiro Yamauchi could never have imagined back in 1889. So, next time you rescue Princess Peach in Super Mario or battle it out in Splatoon, remember, Nintendo's journey from playing cards to video games was anything but straightforward. But it's this rich and varied history that has helped shape the Nintendo we know and love today. Nintendo's foray into video games started in the 1970s, a decision that would change the entertainment industry forever. The company, which had been around for a century before it even considered gaming, decided to venture into this new and exciting field. Characterized by rapid technological advancements and a growing market of eager players. Nintendo's first experiment in the gaming realm was the light gun games. One of the earliest and most notable of these was Wild Gunman, a game that transported players into the world of the Wild West, where they could test their reflexes and shooting skills in a fun, interactive way. This game was a hit, proving to Nintendo that there was indeed a market for video games. But the company didn't stop there. The late 70s witnessed the birth of the color TV game consoles, Nintendo's first home video game hardware. These consoles were a series of 5 dedicated consoles, each offering a different gaming experience. They were simple, yet they brought the joy of gaming into homes, marking a significant step in Nintendo's journey. And then came the arcade games. Nintendo's first significant success in this arena was none other than Donkey Kong, a game that introduced the world to a character who would become one of the most recognizable faces in the gaming world, Mario. Except back then he was known as Jumpman, a carpenter navigating a construction site to rescue his girlfriend from the eponymous gorilla. Donkey Kong was a game changer for Nintendo. It was the company's first game to tell a story, and it was the first to feature characters with distinct personalities. These elements, combined with addictive gameplay and innovative mechanics, made Donkey Kong a hit. It was a game that resonated with players, and it set the stage for what was to come. With the creation of Donkey Kong, Nintendo had made a mark on the video game industry, but the best was yet to come. The 1980s and 90s brought the rise of Nintendo's home consoles, and with them, a revolution in home entertainment. In this vibrant era, Nintendo took the world by storm with the release of the Nintendo Entertainment System, or NES as it's fondly known. It was more than just a gaming console. It was a cultural phenomenon that transformed living rooms into digital playgrounds. The NES blew the market wide open with its cutting-edge graphics and a library of games that are still beloved today. Who could forget the thrill of guiding a pixelated plumber through the Mushroom Kingdom in Super Mario Bros., or embarking on a grand adventure in The Legend of Zelda? Never one to rest on their laurels, Nintendo continued to innovate, introducing the world to handheld gaming with the Game Boy. Its portability was a game changer, and games like Tetris took advantage of this new freedom, creating a gaming experience that could be enjoyed anywhere, anytime. The Super NES, or SNES, followed, offering improved graphics and sound and an even broader range of games. It was here that many of Nintendo's most iconic franchises found their footing. The SNES was succeeded by the Nintendo 64, which brought gaming into the third dimension with titles like Super Mario 64 and The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Finally, there was the GameCube, a compact, powerful console with a quirky design that reflected Nintendo's unique approach to gaming. It saw the release of franchises like Pokémon, which would go on to become a global sensation. Each of these consoles left an indelible mark on the gaming industry, and their influence can still be felt today. They introduced us to worlds and characters that have since become part of our shared cultural heritage. Nintendo's innovative consoles and beloved games had become a staple of many childhoods around the world. They were not just products, they were the building blocks of countless memories, the magic that brought us all into the captivating universe of video games. The new millennium brought with it both triumphs and trials for Nintendo. The early years of the 21st century saw Nintendo take a leap into the unknown with the release of the Wii. The console was a game changer, quite literally. Its unique motion controls, a stark departure from the traditional joystick and button-based systems, redefined what gaming could be. It was no longer about just sitting in front of a screen. It was about getting up, moving around, and becoming a part of the game. Wii Sports, with its array of interactive games like tennis, bowling, and boxing, became an instant hit. It wasn't just gamers who were hooked, but people of all ages were swinging their Wii remotes, turning their living rooms into virtual sports arenas. Simultaneously, Nintendo was also revolutionizing handheld gaming with the launch of the DS. It offered dual screens, one of which was touch-sensitive, and the ability to play games in 3D without the need for special glasses. It was a bold move, one that paid off with the DS becoming one of the most successful handheld consoles of all time. But the road wasn't always smooth. The Wii U, successor to the Wii, faced significant challenges. It struggled to find its footing amidst fierce competition from Sony's PlayStation and Microsoft's Xbox. The Wii U's unique features like the gamepad with an embedded touchscreen didn't resonate with gamers as much as Nintendo had hoped. Sales were disappointing, and for a while, it seemed like Nintendo was losing its magic touch. But if there's one thing we've learned about Nintendo over the years, it's that they don't shy away from adversity. They see it as an opportunity to innovate, to push boundaries, to do what they do best, create unforgettable gaming experiences. Despite the hurdles, Nintendo's commitment to innovation never wavered. In 2017, Nintendo bounced back from the Wii U's struggles with a game-changing console, the Nintendo Switch. The Switch quickly caught the world's attention with its unique hybrid design. It was a home console, a handheld device, and a tabletop gaming system all rolled into one, providing a versatile gaming experience like no other. This innovative console brought the freedom of gaming anywhere, anytime, and with anyone. It was compact, portable, and yet it didn't compromise on the quality of gameplay. Gamers could now transition from playing on their big-screen TVs to continuing their game on the bus or at a cafe, all without missing a beat. This breakthrough design was a breath of fresh air in an industry that had been dominated by stationary consoles. The commercial success of the Switch was nothing short of phenomenal. Within just 3 years of its launch, the Switch had outsold its predecessor, the Wii U, multiple times over. It wasn't just the console's innovative design that captivated gamers, though. It was also the stellar lineup of games that came with it. Among these, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild stood out. This game was a masterpiece, pushing the boundaries of open-world gameplay and setting a new benchmark for future titles. It was a game that truly encapsulated the spirit of adventure and freedom that the Switch promised. Then came Animal Crossing: New Horizons, a game that offered a much-needed escape during the challenging times of 2020. It was a phenomenon in its own right, breaking sales records and becoming a cultural icon, further cementing the Switch's place in gaming history. With the success of the Switch, Nintendo once again proved its resilience and adaptability. The company that once made playing cards has continually reinvented itself. navigating through the ebbs and flows of the industry to remain a beloved icon in the world of gaming. And with the Switch, Nintendo didn't just bounce back, it soared. As we look towards the future, we can only speculate about what's next for Nintendo. The company's history of pushing the envelope in gaming suggests a future filled with even more groundbreaking hardware innovations. Imagine, perhaps, a new console that merges reality and virtuality in ways we've never seen, or a device that brings gaming into the realm of our daily activities in the most seamless ways. And what about the games themselves? We can eagerly anticipate fresh franchises that will capture our hearts and minds. New worlds to explore, new characters to fall in love with, and new stories to lose ourselves in. Beyond the gaming universe, Nintendo may even expand its horizons to other media. Picture for a moment a blockbuster film based on our favorite Nintendo characters, or a TV series that dives deeper into their backstories. Whatever the future holds for Nintendo, one thing is certain: it will continue to entertain, innovate, and surprise us all.